This is file 241950, People versus John Lawrence McDonough. That's you, sir?
Yes, Your Honor.
You're charged with operating while intoxicated, second offense. I'm a little surprised. This isn't even reduced to a first. It's just a as charged.
Well, I don't believe we're entering a plea today.
Oh,
It's my understanding Mr. Hills was gonna set it for a plea in the near future.
Oh, well, I misunderstood. I would have taken you a long time ago.
And just to clarify, Your Honor, that's my understanding too, is that there was an agreement reached. We would be asking for it to be set for a plea, but that we're also here today because there's been an agreement on modification of bond, and we can have that effectuated today.
All right. Obviously, Mr. McDonough, this is very important to all of us. When I saw this, I just sort of shuddered. As you know, Mr. Pattison called the state court administrator's office and they told us this was going to be our case. And I thought sobriety court. And I brought Mr. Hills and Mr. Rognus back in chambers this morning. We had a very frank discussion. He told me that when he first talked to you, you said sobriety court. When he talked to you weeks later, you said sobriety court. He talked to you this morning, you said sobriety court. That was very encouraging to me. We explored transferring your case to Kalamazoo County Sobriety Court. I don't know the answer to that yet. You've been proactive and have already met with Autumn from the probation department. And obviously, you know everybody here. So we didn't make any hard and fast decision, but what he said is you would prefer to do our sobriety court. If you get convicted of this, you're gonna have your driving privileges revoked. And the only way to keep them is to be in a sobriety court program. Now, he already knows all this stuff because he was here when we started sobriety court. But there's some important considerations. The most important consideration is the supervision and structure that sobriety court provides.
Yes, sir.
And I was very encouraged by what Mr. Hills told me about that. So what would you like me to do at this point, Mr. Workman? Just set it for a plea and sentence?
Yeah, just set it for a plea today. And then my understanding in speaking with my colleague, Michael Hills, who's on this, is that there's a stipulated amendment to the bond that we're also here to enter.
Yes, I would like to add a condition that you not drink any alcohol as a condition of your bond. Now, I'm sure you're trying. I saw you on the campaign trail this summer.
Not much.
Well, I saw you twice, and I thought, frankly, you did a very fine job at the Glen Oaks one. You acknowledged your issues. You didn't dance around it. You didn't beat around the bush, but you said, I'm still struggling, and it's a one day at a time. I thought you handled it about as well as you could have. And it is one day at a time. And
all right, guys, this is how one casual stop turns into serious trouble. What starts as a busted headlight opens a door to something deeper.
And after that is when this happened. And so I don't know how each one day at a time is going since then. So there's no condition that you're not drinking any alcohol. So the bond is amended pending the next court hearing that you not use or possess any alcohol. There was never any condition put on there. I don't know a date right now. We'll get with Mr. Hills and you, and we'll set a date for what's called plea screening and sentencing. And again, John knows all this stuff.
My substance abuse assessment's done. My counselor said she would get it to Autumn. They've been in contact.
Yes, you're way ahead of the game here between what you know and what Mr. Hills knows. Mr. Hills is very involved in treatment courts in Kalamazoo. This, you know this too, but this sort of plug for Mr. Hills. He's the only attorney who actually came and sat in on some of our sobriety court sessions. You can't just visit, you have to sign a disclosure waiver. But he wanted to know how our program worked. So he came in, he signed the waiver, he actually sat in on a session. This has been several years ago. And all the sobriety courts have to be certified by the state, but he knows the players, so does Mr. McDonough. And I respect him that he came in and wanted to at least do some research into our program and how it worked. We've recently been recertified. Essentially, Mr. McDonough, since you left, we haven't had any prosecutor assigned to the team. In the last 4 years, we haven't had a prosecutor involved in it. And we'd like to. Ms. Davis says she's gonna assign somebody to it. So we haven't had really any involvement since you left, but we're hopeful. All right, I will set this for plea screen and sentence. You now have a condition of bond that you're not to use or possess any alcohol.
And there's no like pretrial.
I'm not gonna order pretrials like they did like a.
They gave me a sober link thing in Kalamazoo County.
I'm gonna trust you to follow my bond
All
condition.
right, thank you, Your Honor.
All right. And I'll just leave it at that. You and I probably got some more to discuss, but that'll get us through what we need to do today.
Thank you, sir.
All right.
Thank you,
Have
Your
a
Honor.
nice weekend,
All
Your Honor.
right, thank you.
The moment things shift, officer senses more than just a bad signal. The driver's story stumbles, and now the real questioning begins.
All right, you want to step out of the car for me? Make sure you're good to go home, all right? What's that? Go step out of the car for me, all right? What's that? Step out of the car. Please. If you'll wander up on the sidewalk, it should be nice and flat up there, all right?
Are you trying to do sobriety tests on me?
Yep.
I can't do them.
You can do some things. Come on over here, John. You stand here and nice and flat for me. You turn face me. I see you got glasses on. You're not blind in one eye. You don't have a fake eye. You don't have a lazy eye, right?
No.
Okay. I want you to do is stand as close as you can with your feet together and your arms out on your sides, all right? What I want you to do is hold your head real still. Follow the tip of my finger to your eyes, and your eyes only. Keep parts of me not move your head. You understand all that?
Yep, man, I do.
You have any questions about that?
No.
All right. All right, my whole right here, just go ahead and follow your eyes, and your eyes only. Don't move your head. You want to hold it still? You need to hold your head still for me, okay, John?
Yeah.
Over here.
Oh, look at it?
Yep, and you hold your head so you can move your eyes. Let's be honest, okay? I've been doing this for a minute, right?
I know you.
Okay. How much you had to drink tonight, John?
I haven't had anything.
Okay. It's just your eyes, dude. I mean, you should be able to move your eyes. You should be able to hold your head still.
Honestly, Matt.
Okay. But it's simple. It's not. This is not the hard one. I'm not asking you to do balance. I'm not asking you to count. I'm asking you to hold your head still and move your eyes. And you're having trouble just moving your eyes with my finger. You're looking away. You're stopping doing it.
I'm not trying to.
I know. So, when you're driving, you're having trouble maintaining your lane. I'm telling you, I'm not gonna bullshit you. Alright? So that's why we're at this point. Do I sound over in time? Nope. Your eyes are hella red and bloodshot.
Because I was asleep at home with my contacts in.
Okay. I understand there's reasons for some of these things. Okay? You know there's also indicators that I work from one thing to the next thing to the next thing. When we're just trying to do the HDN, you should be able to follow my finger. You have a kind of eye problem? I see you wear glasses, but you're blind.
I just had contacts in.
You just had contacts in. You don't currently, right?
No, I don't.
So you took them out. But there's no, you don't.
That's why my eyes are red.
Okay. That's what we're trying to work through here right now. All right, you should be able to follow my finger, right? There shouldn't be.
I don't know.
Okay. All right, I understand.
I know that the HGN is something that people who have had nothing to drink fail.
Okay. Take no time. That's why we do battery, right? And we got the vehicle in motion. And we make contact, and
But you don't smell anything.
I don't smell anything. But you're having trouble maintaining your lane. Your eyes are watery, red and bloodshot. I understand you're saying it's from contact, but there's also other reasons that would happen, right?
Sure, but I'm not.
Yeah. Listen. I'm not out trying to get you, John, but also you understand that it's not something that I'm gonna let go, right? That I'm not somebody that's gonna be like, fuck it, right?
I'm not asking you to.
No, I know you're not asking me to, but you also understand. I know you wouldn't ask me to do it, John. I know you wouldn't. I don't think you're a bad guy. I've made mistakes. You've done a lot better, right? Yes or no?
Yes.
Yes. All right. You listen to Yankees games. You got a Yankees jersey on. You're cheering for the right team. Don't have any problem with that. Okay. What I'm saying is, I just want to make sure you're safe and everybody else on the roadway is safe, right? That's my job. Because if something were to happen and I were to just let you go and something happens, that's on me, right?
Right, I get it.
Yeah. And I just want to make sure you're good to go. That's all. And so you haven't had anything to drink. I understand that saying the HEN could possibly have issues with it. Okay. I understand. But do I have what tools I have, right? And we go to the totality of the circumstances, right?
Sure.
Okay. So how's it been going? I know you had some other issues with for a minute there with
My life's garbage, to be honest with you.
okay.
So,
I'm sorry to hear that, John. But you also understand that the only way to things not get better is to keep trying, right? Yeah, have you gone to like some kind of have you gone to inpatient treatment for drinking?
Yes.
Okay. How'd that work out?
it's fine.
It was fine. They gave you different ways to handle
Yes.
stress and
Absolutely.
and you work that kind of stuff. You work on that kind of stuff.
Yes,
right?
I did.
And how's that been going for you?
It's been going okay.
You got lapses from here and there.
Yep.
Okay. Because nobody's perfect, right? And it's one day at a time, right?
Right.
I understand a lot more than you understand. Okay, with those kind of things. Okay, I'm not saying you're a bad person. I make mistakes, but at this circumstance, right now, I feel there's more going on. Okay, and that's why I'm just trying to work my way through these sobrieties. And what I can do right now is HGN. You should be able to follow my finger. All right, do you agree with that? You should be able to do that.
No, not necessarily.
Okay, and that's one of those arguments that people have later, right?
Sure.
Okay. Not trying to ruin your life, John. I'm trying to make sure you're safe and everybody else out here is safe.
Okay. No.
Okay.
Good job.
All right. So we're gonna start right over from the beginning. Okay. So what I need you to do, stand as close as you can to get your feet together.
So understand my band.
We're not doing balance again. Just follow my finger, right? I understand you have issues with balance. All right. You're missing toes. Medical problems, things like that. I understand. We're not doing balance again right now. I just want you to get as close as you can. Okay. Don't fall down. I'm not trying to put you through any of that stuff, okay? What I need you to do is follow the tip of my finger, your eyes and your eyes only. Don't move your head. You understand?
Sorry, my eyes are bad.
Take a blink. Tell me your signal time. No. You had anything in your mouth in the last 20 minutes? Smoke, vomited, drink, anything like that? Eating?
Well, so,
No smoke.
sorry.
You're good. You're fine, John. I'm not trying to stress you out.
No, I haven't had anything in my mouth.
All right, we're gonna wander over the front of my car, all right? Stand right by this bump coming here, okay? Just gonna walk away, you just put your breath up on the best of yourself, just go to yourself, so result in the further civil infraction carries a monetary penalty at least up to $165. Once you start blowing, don't stop. Blow good and steady. A good example of how it blows like you're blowing up a balloon. It's like, say it's right. Yeah. Start blowing, just blow good and steady for me, alright? Keep going, keep going, keep going, keep going, keep going, keep going. You're good. There you go. You place on arrest robbery and long taxi. Put your hands in front of you. Now you're gonna place your hands behind your back. Did somebody come get your car?
No, Amanda's doing night hawk. My kids are home alone. I need somebody to, can you guys get a hold of her?
Yeah, we can work on that. But anyways, we're gonna work on this portion of today's program.
Then one of you just pull the car into the
Yeah, if that's fine with you.
LA Cafe.
So I'll do that. I'll take care of it.
He's on you or in the car?
He's in the car. Here, going back in my car. Get the cell phone. Same by the peak. You don't have anything on you?
Courtroom tension builds as the judge lays it all on the table. This isn't just a case. It's a moment of reckoning for everyone involved.
Defense. Mr. McDonough, you've cooperated with the probation department in the screening process. We've done a lot of work between December and now. And then we confirmed with the prosecutor again on Friday, according to the prosecutor's office, there is no plea offer. And it's my understanding you're going to enter a plea to operating while intoxicated, second offense. Is that correct?
Yes, Your Honor.
Obviously, I know Mr. McDonough and have known him since he was in high school. When this came, we were all chagrined. The Chief Judge Pattison called the State Court Administrator's office and said, what do we do with this? Because frankly, nobody wanted this hot potato. I feel maybe I knew you even better than all the other judges. But they said, as far as we're concerned, Mr. McDonough is a citizen of your county. He's no longer an elected official, and you should keep this case. And we were trying to, a couple things, avoid the appearance of impropriety, avoid the discomfort it may give to you, and perhaps some of the notoriety regarding the case. But it's us, you and me. So your lawyer, who I've known for a long time, came in and we had a long, fairly intense conversation. And Autumn and I spent a lot of time talking about this as well. At that time, David Marvin was the county prosecuting attorney. He's no longer there. The new elected prosecutor is Deborah Davis, who you actually hired. And also present this morning is former chief assistant, now assistant Gary Gabry. So we all come full circle. Your lawyer said, when I talked to John, John did not want a trial. John wanted to accept responsibility, and he wanted to be in sobriety court. And again, you're not just a regular citizen. You were here when we started the sobriety court. So here we are. Mr. Hills, what would you like me to know?
I don't think there's a whole lot more to add to than what the court said about our conversation. I think that summed it up, but I would add a little bit more. And when I first talked to Mr. McDonough about this before I had the police report, I kind of knew the facts. I said, well, this is a trial case. And he was saying, I want the help. I want to go into sobriety court. Okay. Then we started negotiating, started talking, started getting into it. We got the discovery, and my opinion, frankly, was this is a triable case. I never say we can win, we can lose, because you never know with the jury, but I look at it, it's a triable case, John. We can try this case. I want help. I want help. I want sobriety court. So I think that says a lot right off the bat before we even, before I even gave him my advice. He wanted sobriety court. He wanted help. He knows he needs the help. And so that's what he's looking for. And that was the sum and substance of our conversations. And so I think this is the best option for him. I think he's known it. And he's grateful for Autumn, her help, for the court's acceptance of him into sobriety court. And he's ready for the next chapter. Thanks.
Mr. McDonough, what would you like to say, if anything?
I don't really have a whole lot to say, Your Honor. I understand that, if I don't comply with sobriety court, if I don't get my act together, that it's really not gonna matter. My health's probably gonna deteriorate to the point where it's not gonna really matter where I am or what I'm doing. So for me, this is my last chance, and I thank the court, and I thank certainly the probation department for the opportunity.
Ms. Kiefer, you got anything to wish to say? Well, let me go with Mr. Gabriel first, and I'll hear from you.
Thank you, Your Honor. Please the court. Mr. Hills. Your Honor, in this courtroom right now are 3 prosecutors, 3 people that understand what it is to be the elected prosecutor and
Watch how every small movement starts unraveling the whole story. The officer sees the signs. The suspect tries to keep it together.
responsibilities that come with it. I've known John, certainly not as long as you, but a long time, and came to respect him in his service to this county. That being said, it's more an understanding of the pressure and how, whether that had a role in his addiction or not, only he knows. What troubles us is knowing that addiction exists from back in the first time court matter appeared in Kalamazoo. John knew it existed, and then he still drives. I will commend him for his honesty in the pre-sentence report. I think the way he described his drinking problem to the probation department is enlightening. Sobriety court will give him an opportunity to ultimately earn back a driver's license. It will give him an opportunity to again reincorporate the tools that I believed he learned after his first go round. I would indicate that in going over the pre-sentence report and looking at the guidelines, I was surprised that, at least as far as what's been provided to the probation department, that none of the mitigating points in the court's guideline computation were brought forward. That's troubling. That's kind of like a red flag of where we go forward from here. But as the prosecutor had discussed with Mr. Hills, we're supportive of sobriety court. We believe that would be an option available to any citizen of this county that finds himself in the same predicament as citizen John McDonough. So we'd ask the court to treat him as citizen John McDonough, provide him the help and the opportunity to get that help. And a failure, we know where we'll end up. Thank you, Your Honor.
Ms. Kiefer, what's any final word?
Mr. McDonough and I have talked several times. He knows exactly what will be expected of him. He knows what will happen if he doesn't. And I'm willing to help him the best that the court can.
I watched this unfold in front of my own eyes over the last 12 years, now 16 years. Mr. McDonough took office with a great deal of promise, tried some very important cases, obtained convictions. And alcoholism is a progressive, insidious thing. And we watched it, obviously at first, you were not in it grips. But as we got further into your tenure, maybe in the middle of the second term, or certainly the third term, I could see it. And I tried to talk to you without much success. and your attitude was everything is fine. Everything's fine. I had considered, frankly, talking to your mother or your wife, but I thought that might have been sort of an insult to you because you're a man in your own right and you were the elected county prosecutor, but you were damaging your health. And we had a discussion that this was a matter of life and death. You had some very serious health problems when the first incident occurred in May of 2021. And you came out of that with great humility, accepted responsibility, and worked on your sobriety diligently. But you relapsed, which is not uncommon. You've been through treatment, you've been through inpatient, you've been through support groups, you're meeting with a counselor now, although we weren't able to get any information from Ms. Bowlby. We asked for some, and you've been meeting with her for months while you were drinking all the time. I saw you on the campaign trail in the summer, and I thought you actually acquitted yourself very well at the debates. Somebody who you and I both know said, truth be told, John McDonough may be the most qualified candidate were it not for his alcohol addiction. But you kept driving a damn car. I disclosed this to Mr. Hills and said, if you wish me to disqualify myself, I will. That feedback came to me that you were out driving drunk. In fact, shortly before this, a short time before this incident.
Here's where the reality hits. There's no walking away from this. One steady breath seals the deal. It's game over in real time.
Someone called the police and they were trying to find you, but they didn't. None of those ever things resulted in a conviction. But the fact that you were at 0.089 and you thought you were fine to drive to Home Depot, you're also on medication that you're not supposed to commingle with alcohol. And you are struggling for your life. You were running for office. You were doing public speaking. You were on the school board. You were student substitute teaching, trying to negotiate your addiction. You can't drink in your house, so you go out. So the aggravating part of this, we can all understand the addiction to alcohol. We can't understand, and you can't drive until we get this situated. Autumn and I and Judge Pattison and maybe others have discussed Spencer, the other people on the sobriety court team. Spencer would be Spencer Price, who you obviously know, but he was one of the original members and still is a member of our sobriety court team. Thought, well, all right, this is a matter of life and death. It really is. You're going to die if you keep doing this, and you know it, but despite that, you can't stop. So I say we're going to drag people out of the water and pull them up into the boat and save their life. Secondly, if you are going to be driving, there would be an interlock device in the car. And then we would know that your car won't start if you've been drinking, and we'll have a way to further monitor your alcohol. So I don't have a problem if all is good. The problem is if the wheels fall off and I got to put you in jail for 180 days. I guess we'll all struggle with that. But you came in and still have a lot of goodwill. I remember you playing high school basketball. Remember when you got married? when your kids were born. We discussed all those things while you were prosecutor. We'd talk almost every single day. So here you are, citizen John McDonough, and you're here humbly ready to accept that fate. So I don't have anything else. You've tried inpatient, you've tried a Kalamazoo probation. Your family certainly doesn't want to see you in this position. And so we've got this program. And we're going to utilize it. I'm going to order 100. Let me look at this report again. Oh yeah, you didn't go do any jail because you went to the hospital. 180 days in jail. Credit 0. Even 180 days to serve. Of the 180 days ordered, 178 are deferred. You're going to go to jail for 2 days, which is going to be scheduled by the probation department. I'm disappointed, frankly, that you were in counseling for months and you were drinking all the time. I would have liked to have heard from Ms. Bowlby, and I guess at some point we will. As you know, there's a lot of places to be. You got to get to the day reporting center for testing. You got to get to treatment. You got to get to court. Now, we do a lot of this by Zoom. Your first appearance, I guess tomorrow, will be tomorrow. We told the group that you were coming. And we asked Spencer to deal with that at group, and they're okay with it. They're very supportive of each other. You're gonna have to do in-person AAs. You can certainly continue to do as many as you want online, but you have to do at least 2 in person. You have to get a sponsor. Did you ever have a sponsor?
I had one for a short period of time, yeah.
Where was that person?
They were through my initial rehab place.
All right.
No one locally.
Here's what I would like. I would like about 2 years from now for you to be somebody's sponsor. That's what I would like. You're intelligent. You've got a lot of knots pounded on your head. I think you can make an excellent sponsor to somebody who's following you. We have a really good group of people right now. I think there's 10. We have one lady that we're not, Judge Stutzman's not going to accept her, so it makes it easier for us. Yeah, I think you'll be 11. We've got some that are about to graduate. And there are people in there that you know. There's 3 of us people. There's may have been people, I don't know if there's anybody you prosecuted. Nobody is immune from this. Mr. Gabriel mentioned the fact that we got 3 elected prosecutors, you, me, and him. For a number of years, he was the Ionia County prosecutor. Prosecutors aren't immune from this either, and neither are judges. In sobriety court, I know of about 10 judges who got drinking driving convictions, including our very own. Our point is to help keep you alive and make you healthy and a whole person again. But you got a lot of weight on your shoulders because you aren't just citizen John McDonough. You've borne it pretty well, but let's see if we can bear it without alcohol. All right, we'll go with Ms. Kiefer. I'll see you tomorrow.
Thank you, Aaron.
Thank you.
A full circle moment when truth, guilt, and redemption collide. From courtroom whispers to a clear confession, all comes out here.
Yep, so the announcements will get steady, okay?
Like, start.
Okay. Keep on, 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 keep on. Yeah, well, yeah, no, my bad. You must want to take a seat. You're fine. That's your ball. Take a seat, and we're gonna write a second go sample here in a second.
So it only takes two samples
And
and you see one result.
gives me 2 results. So it's in your result for each, the way the new one works, there's a graph based on how you blow and all kinds of stuff that someone with a doctorate decided to do to make it that way. Blow number 2 for me, please, and thank you. Start blowing when we start. Blow steady, okay? Keep blowing, 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 keep blowing. Alright. See what she has to say. We're not gonna show anything for you. It's gonna come, nothing I'll show you. Alright?
Ready for the rest.
Yeah, you're free, you're done with this? I'm ready for that, okay? Okay, John, you're .089 and a .088. I concur, but you're going to jail now.
Just like to give a little accolades to my sobriety court defendants. They're all doing a very good job right now. Makes life easier when everybody is doing well. Give a little shout out to John McDonough, our former prosecutor, doing an excellent job in our sobriety court program. That's very